Hello everybody. Today I am proud to present Prateek here, who has worked as a business analyst and a program manager, right, in different roles and companies which we are going to talk about, and of course he is interested in consulting. So Prateek, while I listen to you, I might just make some notes.
Sure.
As and when I would like to learn something from you.
Absolutely.
Right. So to begin with, Prateek, why don't you tell us what you've been doing
Sure.
as an analyst?
Sure. So prior to joining the MBAEx program, I was working as a data intelligence manager.
Okay.
I've had over a little less than 6 years of WorkX, mostly as a business or a data analyst.
Okay.
So I've worked in companies such as Aon, WNS, Bain and Company, and then the last organization that I worked with was the Not Worldwide.
Okay.
I think data in general has become fundamental to virtually everything we do.
Okay.
Companies require not just clean, structured data, but also large volumes of data to in order to do meaningful predictive analytics.
Okay.
One of the challenges that I've seen with companies while I'm working with them across the globe is around data confidentiality.
Okay.
Firms in India and abroad take data confidentiality very seriously. So you have GDPR in Europe, you have CCPA in US, and now the P2P bill in India.
Okay.
Now you as a data intelligence manager, a specialist or a tech consultant need to know what are the challenges when it comes to data. And today specifically I want to talk about synthetic data and how it's going to revolutionize the way we look at data in general.
Wow, Prateek, did I hear it right? Synthetic data.
Absolutely.
I've heard of big data, small data, thick data. What is synthetic data? And why are you interested in it?
Sure. It's not a new trend. It's been around since 2013.
Okay.
But what's happening now is the way we look at data and the points regarding data confidentiality has led to people and companies using synthetic data. Now, if I ask you two questions around how would companies would want to look at data when it comes to the challenges when it comes to sharing of data with different organizations, governments, partners, and also the challenges when it comes to data collection. This is where synthetic data comes in.
Okay.
In today's world, collecting quality data is really, really expensive, time consuming, and complex.
Okay.
Synthetic data, simply put, is the data created by an AI trained algorithm that is using an algorithm based on real data set. It has the same characteristics of a real data set, but given it's not exactly real data, you can get away with the privacy concerns. The algorithm essentially creates the same data set with the same characteristics of a real world data. You can think of it like a Diet Coke. It looks, tastes, and fizzes just like regular Coke, but it is still different.
Seriously?
It is. I think fundamentally, when we look at its different use cases, it's huge. Like companies and researchers across the globe have started to realize the potential, the kind of data that we're talking about. I think with the onset of pandemic, we also saw researchers being able to accelerate the development of vaccines. And this is where I feel the use of synthetic data could become very handy.
See, this is the interesting point. Why isn't everyone using it?
Well, the benefits of synthetic data are compelling and significant, but it's not so simple after all. It requires you to not just put in an AI trained algorithm into the system to analyze your data set. What you need are people who have a truly high advanced knowledge of AI, who can work on this data set, build those sophisticated and specific frameworks, and then make the best use of it. Also, one of the interesting studies that Gartner did on this was around how synthetic data could become fundamental to how companies use data in terms of AI and its application. So according to Gartner, 60% of all data in AI and its application will be synthetic data by 2024. Now that's a quite a lot, that's a very high percentage, right? Also, we see CSPs or the cloud service providers like Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud are all providing AI and ML services, right? And with the onset of this shift in technology, these companies will need synthetic data to enable their services to provide better value to the customers. Have you heard about DELI?
I've vaguely heard about DELI. Yeah, please go ahead.
It's one of the most fascinating pieces of neural network applications that I've seen in recent time. What it does is you put in any abstract language in English and it will generate an image for you.
Okay.
For example, hypothetically, imagine an astronaut riding a horse in space.
Okay.
That's not at all possible, right? But what DELI does is, just imagine, right? And it will create a similar image. I think the applications of AI and ML and the use of synthetic data is unimaginable. And what we have just seen till now is just a tip of the iceberg. I think there is a lot to this. And I think as companies start to use more of AI and ML, they will leverage synthetic data more and more.
Prateek, one last question here. With synthetic data, what are the future market trends according to you?
I think there's no denying that data is vital. As we see AI, ML, advanced analytics being used across every company, what you as a data analyst or a consultant need to know about what are the general market trends and how this space is evolving. What you need to look at is not just the current trends, but what will be prominent in the next 10 or 15 years down the line. Once you do that, build your skill set, and then you'll be able to create your own moat in that field. And this is where I think the real value lies.
So here is Prateek. Probably in the next 10-15 years, making it possible that an astronaut riding a horse in space could be possible.
Who knows?
Who knows? Wish you all the best, Prateek. Thank you.